Hello, welcome and welcome back, y'all. Welcome to new listeners, subscribers, and supporters. This is Space Dragon 777, also known as Nature Fairy 777, where I talk about anything spiritual. I share any spiritual knowledge with you. I also read some cards, whether they're oracle or tarot. I read for y'all, and I am a beginner, and I do this for fun. You could see this as fun and entertainment purposes also for yourself. If you have clicked on my channel, I like to see it as you clicked on it for a reason. It was meant for you to be here in this space to connect with me, and maybe you might gain something useful that can challenge you, that could help you in any way, shape, or form in your current life situation. Hopefully, it also allows you another perspective, a more expanded perspective and view on what you're going through and what you've gone through in the past, and maybe also how to prepare you for the future. Some things to keep in mind. All right, I saged the cards, I saged the space, and now this is the part where I like to clear the energy frequency a little extra with some singing bowls. I love using this Tibetan singing bowl, but I am also going to be using some different instruments that I currently own. And I am thinking about purchasing some in the future, which I'm super excited about. I have two in mind that I've been really wanting to experiment more with when it comes to this kind of stuff, when it comes to creating these kind of videos. And I also have some fun projects too coming up, so stay tuned for that. I'm not going to share too much right now because I don't want to interrupt the flow of that. So enough said. Here goes. If you are listening to this out loud on speakers or especially headphones, now would be a good time to turn the volume down, because during the sound clearing, it may get a little loud, and if you are sensitive to sound like I am, now would be a good time to lower the volume. Also, please excuse the leaf blower that my next door neighbor's gardener is using currently. I am doing the best with my environment and everything that I'm surrounded by right now, but we can make it work. Let's get started. Let us begin. always feels so much better afterwards. All right, I'm just adjusting a few things. Also, I hope y'all don't mind that three of my dogs are currently joining us in the behind the scenes currently. So if you hear a few little pup sounds, there are three that are nearby. So like I said, I'm trying to do the best with my environment and with whoever's around regardless. But yeah, I wanted to also say, everyone, happy Tarot Tuesday. I hope y'all had a magical Monday, a magical start to your week. I hope that it's been peaceful and grounding and productive for the most part. I'll shuffle these cards real quick. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. New listeners, new subscribers. If you are not currently subscribed, please consider clicking or tapping the bell below. All it is once you subscribe, it's completely free for those of you who don't know that. And all it is you're pretty much, once you tap or click on that bell, all it is you get notified of when I post things regardless of the content. So yeah, if you want to be in the loop with my posts, I usually regularly post every Tuesday morning or afternoon. For sure on Tuesdays. I do want to excuse my absence last Tuesday. I just had a lot going on with work and a lot of changes too, so please excuse that. I also needed a mental health break, and I know how important that is for all of us. I do encourage y'all to take mental health breaks and self-care days whenever you feel overwhelmed or restless from work and from your day-to-day tasks and weekly tasks. Whatever your schedule may feel like or look like, give yourself some space and time and room to relax, do the things you love that bring you comfort and joy and groundedness. Because yeah, I really needed that break. So hope y'all didn't miss me too much. And welcome back to current listeners and subscribers. I really appreciate y'all for being here. Everyone for being here. New and returning. May today, this is the time where I also want to open up the space even further and deeper and call our angels, ancestors, and spirit guides into this reading now. God, guardian angels, ancestors, spirit guides, allies, please protect the collective, all my listeners and subscribers and supporters and viewers in this present moment. This reading is timeless. So whenever you are listening and watching this video, that is when you're meant to hear it and watch it. May this energy and vibration come through to you today to help bring you clarity, groundedness, answers, guidance, knowledge, and wisdom, and tips on your day-to-day life this week, today, this present moment. If the messages are not resonating with you, may you leave them behind, and may you also find other messages in my playlist and my other past videos. If you also don't resonate with those, feel free to do your research on other readers that you will resonate more with message-wise. But I do want us to focus on. I want us to be optimistic and open to any and all tips. And what do we also need to be aware of, God, Spirit, guardian angels? What do we need to be aware of? What does the collective need to be aware of today and this week? I do have some fun topics for future reads. I think I'm going to be starting a fun new topic next week. I am not going to share it, but ooh, that one flipped out. Wow, that was very interesting. That's a reverse Queen of Swords. Quiet power, inner truth, callous, weakness, loss of emotional control, manipulation, misuse of power. Ooh, fire and air energy. Upright, Queen of Swords, head over heart, disciplined, truthful, honest, mental clarity, authority. And third decan Taurus, second decan Gemini. So Taurus and Gemini energy, maybe. That's the energy I'm getting, but we got it reversed. So this is really interesting. Okay, so last time, I'm going to actually pull up the dictionary because 2 weeks ago I did a reading and I remember rewatching the video on my phone after recording it and I got a word mixed up. Embellishment. I still remember that word, embellishment. I had a total different definition in my mind. I thought it meant I thought it meant like confusion or something along those lines. So, okay, perfect. I have the dictionary pulled up for us so that doesn't happen. In case we run into a word, callous, let's actually look that up right now while we're at it. Callous, made hard, hardened. Okay, so the opposite of callous is soft, so hard, hardened, hard shell. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's see what else. Thank you, God, guardian angels, ancestors. May these messages today, in this moment, whenever the collective hears them, may they benefit them and others involved as well. Amen. Apologies. I just remembered that I didn't even close out the prayer earlier. But yes. Amen. Om. Love and light and all that's good and right. But if there's anything dark, may there be light. May we shine the light. May you help us shine the light on our current situations. Please and thank you. Amen. All right, we're going to stop there. We have 4 cards to start off our Tarot Tuesday. The messages are, the cards at first are King of Swords reversed. We have King of Cups upright. We have Knight of Swords reversed and 8 of Cups reversed. So just give me a moment to read this energy. I am going to get a clear quartz crystal to help me out. I've been really wanting to get a selenite wand and a crystal quartz wand and black tourmaline or obsidian. So I'm going to add that to my wish list for next week since next week's payday, so I'm excited. But anyways, back to the reading. Okay, give me a moment, y'all. Feel free to fast forward the video if you want to, because usually this takes me like a few seconds. But when I grab the crystal, it comes to me a lot faster. FYI, that's why I grab some from time to time. Okay, let's see. Okay. So, wow, there's two messages that just passed my head right now, and I'm going to share both. I usually like going over both meanings when we get reverse cards. So, I do like diving deeper into the actual meaning of the cards themselves, but first I like to intuitively read the cards and the energy first. So, there are two different energies here. There's your energy, collective listener. And there's also someone else's energy that you aren't fucking with right now for really good reasons. I'm feeling this distance, this separation, this detachment, disconnection that's currently happening with this person specifically, because it just feels very heavy and very like, usually I feel when it's multiple energies, and in this case it's not, it's just two. It's yours and this other person. I'm feeling their energy really strongly because they're in the King of Swords reverse card, you're the King of Cups, and they're the Knight of Swords reversed and Eight of Cups reversed. So you could also see this as yourself in the past having gone through, I would say, restlessness, feeling burned out, unfocused, feeling like you had no direction, feeling lost. You were in an avoidance kind of energy because you were fearing the change and the loss of this person that did you wrong. Because it was so fresh back then, and this was just recently, like I would say like a year to 3 years ago. This may have happened to you about a year or 3 ago, and you went through a lot with this person. This person misused his power. This really feels like, whether it was, and whoever's listening, however this resonates with you, I like to flip the roles. So feel free to flip the roles if that resonates more with you too. So if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're non-binary, if you identify more with masculine energy or feminine energy, this feels like you were dealing with a toxic masculine energy. This could be a woman that was in her toxic masculine energy, or it could be a man, a male that was in his toxic masculine energy. They were doing a lot of things in silence, behind your back, and just behind the scenes. Whether it was social media, texting, video chats, but whatever was happening behind the scenes was really messed up. They were very manipulative towards you, especially towards, maybe through the whole entirety of your relationship. I'm being honest with you, because at the end of the day, we really don't know if it was just towards the end because they were feeling some type of way. But this could also be that maybe you were on and off with this person, or you were in a long year relationship, where you were with this person. You were probably even married to this person at some point, or you were planning on getting married to this person. But this person was wearing multiple masks. And I don't know if it's just me. Feel free to comment if you've also been, if you're a spiritual person and very in tune with your environments and energy and spirituality as a whole. If you consider yourself to be very empathic and compassionate, is it just me, y'all? Like, spirit fam, is it just me, or has there been a theme going around for the past 3 weeks or 4 weeks about people wearing masks, people's masks loosening, and them putting them down finally, or them breaking or falling off, or you seeing through the mask still, like, that people decide to present to the world, to us and to others, seeing through masks, seeing the real person and spirit and energy behind, and the intentions behind the masks that people present to us, all the manipulators, all the people that have narcissistic tendencies or that are undiagnosed narcissists. Some of them may even be diagnosed. But I know it really takes a lot of study and a lot of things that would make you like a diagnosed narcissist. But this person was very toxic and not good for you at all. And they used their power, they misused their power by manipulating you. And because they did this, they're now feeling the emotional loss of you, of your presence, of the love, of the light that you were bringing into their life. And they're feeling sad that they have lost that control. That's what I'm feeling. That loss of emotional control. If you look closely there, loss of emotional control. Quiet power, inner truth, callous, weakness. This feels very sneaky, like weasel, poisonous snake energy behind the scenes. Hard, having something to hide with a hard shell, like the mask. It has a lot to do with the whole mask thing that I was explaining to y'all earlier, like those hard masks, and then it being hard, that mask, that callous over the face, over the truth, that their inner truth, them hiding that inner truth, that quiet power of, wow, I just saw weakness as wickedness for just a split second. The wickedness and the loss of emotional control, manipulation, and the misuse of power has put them in a restless, unfocused energy. They've been feeling a lot like burned out lately. They've been doing a lot of impulsive things, maybe having risky sex, maybe getting into risky like fights, maybe wanting to start fights in public or with their own family even, or with their friends a lot more recently. Been very snappy. They've been all over the place. This just feels very, very like messy. Knight of Swords. If we would have gotten upright Knight of Swords, it would have been like this and it would have felt like that. We have Capricorn and Aquarius energy, double air. This feels very like charge energy. Running with the wind, courageousness, ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast thinking, defending beliefs. A solid yes. Now we got this. Restless, unfocused, burnout, impulsive, no direction, unpredictable, disregard for consequence. This toxic masculine that you were dealing with once upon a time has been very reckless. I was just watching, this reminds me so much of a show I was watching last night with my mom. Oh man, I can't think of the name, but it's so good. It's a new show. I think it's on Apple TV. Sorry, I'm taking a few sips of coffee real quick. But it reminds me of a lot of characters, situations in the show that were doing a lot of risky things and had a lot of hidden secrets, and were very, very, and were being very toxic towards each other. And this was a three friend woman dynamic. And whoa, it's so nicely done. Like, oh my gosh, once I find out the name of the show, I'm gonna actually write it on the description. I gotta ask my mom. But wow, like, it reminds me very much of how messy that energy felt when I've been watching the shows. But my mom and I missed a couple of weeks, so we were like catching up on like the current 3 episodes, and the entire time I was feeling so, like, I just wanted to bite my nails, and like the anticipation and anxiety and like dread that I was feeling, like, but a lot of scenes were like really just, oh my god, it just felt so toxic, but very lusty, very passionate, and very naughty. Like, and this is what it feels like. Like, this is what this card kind of feels like. And so does the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords reversed feel like that. What I'm describing right now. Very messy, very lusty, very impulsive, very reckless. Like almost drama filled with drama, filled with excitement, but like not good, not the kind of excitement you want to attract. It feels very fast, very messy, very toxic, very dark, very unstable too. And the last card, trying one more time, indecision, aimless drifting, avoidance, fear of change, fear of loss. This is also the toxic masculine energy. This toxic masculine energy they could be either in a spiritual sense, trying one more time, or still holding on to hope, that there's still hope that they will connect with you one day, or one way, somehow. They're still hoping for that, and you're like, nah, that ain't happening, bitch. What the fuck? No, no, we ain't doing that shit. Look at me. Does it look like I'm going to chase anyone or go back to anything that hurt me? My confidence is high. It's regal. It's filled with stableness, groundedness, and light, and love, and abundance. So much more peace. Emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balance, supportive leader, tolerance, and empathetic. Aquarius and Pisces energy, both fire and water. This is you, collective. You're like, nah, I refuse to go back to all this fucking bullshit, all this confusion and reckless energy. And what's crazy about this is I'm hearing in my mind that this had been going on even before the disconnection, the detachment and breakup, whatever the separation that is currently going on between y'all. It has been going on for a long time, but you just didn't see it because they were manipulative, and that's not your fault. like at all. Like, you're a healthy person, you're a light person, you're a person of love and light, you're a person of peace and harmony and compassion. You're tolerant, you're supportive, you're a good friend, you're a good partner, you're a great role model, you have control, you're diplomatic, you are emotionally balanced too. You've become emotionally balanced with all the bullshit that even after all the bullshit that has happened with this toxic masculine, you have still been able to overcome all of the emotional abuse and instability, and now you are regal as fuck and enjoying your new chapter and peace and prosperity in so many different levels and ways, spiritually, physically, connection wise, relationship wise, money wise. You know you're on the right path because you have shed so much toxic waste and weight from your being, from your spirit, from your aura, from your connections. And it feels like you've also been doing a sweep of some kind, like a spring sweep, like a street sweeping, cleaning, or you know what I mean? Like, you have been doing your spring cleaning, honey. Continue doing your spring cleaning, because not only are you making more room and space for better opportunities, upgrades, new friendships that are more genuine, that will attract like-minded folks like you to your life, to your universe, to your world and connections. You're also going to strengthen your current connections that are genuine, that are also that have been prosperous for years, with people that you love, with people that you're friends with. You've been rising to the top, and this toxic masculine has been avoiding the change that they've caused in their own life. That had to do with you. I mean, you're no longer in their life, in his life, however they identify. Because remember, what we're talking about here is a toxic masculine. However they may identify, however resonates with you. But like, whatever they've been going through, damn, they've been going through it. They've been in the dark, in the trenches. They've been really feeling it. Upright is 8 of Cups, disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism, walking away, leaving behind. This toxic masculine probably left you behind, and this is probably how they walked away and they abandoned the whole situation. They were feeling disappointed. This was probably both of you. But for different reasons, of course, from different points of view and perspectives and truths. And this reversal, trying one more time, indecision, aimless drifting, avoidance, fear of change, fear of loss. This person really feels like they have been avoiding healthier approaches to their healing, to their new chapter. Instead, they've been avoiding the changes that are occurring because these changes are not the changes that they planned for, that they manipulated for, that they abused their power for. These are not the results that they're happy with. These are not the results that they wanted. So they've been avoiding. They've been drifting, maybe even spacing out in their day-to-days because they're so unhappy. Maybe doing things to escape. Maybe they were doing that especially when at first the whole Disconnection and detachment took place when they realized, oh shit, I've lost this divine feminine energy or divine masculine energy. Like, shit, I fucked up. Like, but now they're currently just not, like, feeling almost lost, stuck, aimlessly drifting, avoiding, just experiencing fear. The fear of really losing you forever or for good, because they have. But it was because of their own inner truth, their hard shell, their hard mask that they were presenting to you the whole time. The cruel things that they did to you just showed how weak they were and still are, if they're not taking the necessary steps to change themselves and overcome and hold themselves accountable. Then they're still weak. Any act of cruelty is weakness. And something's telling me that this person was very cruel to you, and they abused their power behind your back in the shadows. And this person is so upset that they can't continue to misuse their power with you anymore. But you know what? Too bad. Because this is you, divine masculine and divine feminine. Whoever you are, collective, however you may identify, whatever resonates and connects with you in this moment, this is you. Regal as fuck, like I said earlier. Emotionally balanced. Stable, compassionate, diplomatic. You have control over yourself and your emotions and your thoughts. And that shows through your actions. Not only are you a supportive leader, you're tolerant, you have intercultural competence, you're empathetic, compassionate. You are a great example of a leader, I just want to say. So, I think this is a great time to bring up cowgirls and aliens. Let's see what cowgirl or alien we are going to receive a message from this week. Sorry, y'all. Let me take a sip of coffee. Okay. That's a lot better. Wow. I am so glad y'all are not dealing with dusty ass energy anymore. Because what the fuck? Whoever this toxic masculine energy that you were dealing with, oh boy. They were dangerous. And they did not have good intentions for y'all at all. I just want to say that because that's what I'm feeling and seeing in the cards. But I'm glad you overcame that and you've bossed up, and you're still bossing up. You're still ascending towards your higher self. I applaud you. The outlaw, number 3. I will turn and face the consequences. Ooh, she looks so badass. We got a cowgirl for this week's reading. Let's see what this cowgirl has to say, y'all. She skids into cover behind the cart packed with gold loot, her biggest haul yet. "Come out with your hands up," the sheriff shouts. The authorities are closing in. She can hear the sound of hooves and whirls to face them. Their backup is arriving. They aren't going to let this go without a fight. She sighs. She's spent too long running from the law. It's all catching up with her now. Dropping her ray guns, she raises her hands. It's time to face them. The message is the outlaw has been running and hiding from the law for so long. She can't remember a time before. She's murdered and thieved her way across the star system, so it's bound to catch up with her eventually. She decides to step up, take accountability, and face the consequences. The outlaw encourages you to take responsibility and ownership for yourself and your path through life. We've all made mistakes and have regrets, but we can't hide from them for very long. The outlaw shines a light to help us examine ourselves and ask, am I doing anything negative that I could change for the better? Something that might be harming me or others? If so, take a deep breath, straighten that cowgirl hat, and turn to face the sheriff head on. Tips for y'all. Being accountable isn't an easy thing to do. Remember, no one is perfect, and that's okay. Everyone has their own mistakes to deal with. So be kind to yourself and try to do better next time. Your successes and joys will be even sweeter when you know that achieving them was all. I'm going to read that one more time, y'all. I'm sorry. I butchered that last message. Redo one more time. Your successes and joys will be even sweeter when you know that achieving them was all you. You were responsible at every step of the way. I love that. I feel like this holding yourself accountable is not just a message for y'all collective, of course, but it's a message for whoever you're dealing with, whoever you come across in life. If you come across someone who's hard-headed, who has a hard shell, who's callous, who's in their reverse King of Swords energy, it's good to be aware that eventually there will come a time and place where they need to hold themselves accountable for the things that they've done. Whoever has hurt you and harmed you in the past, the recent past or past, they are either holding themselves accountable now or will in the future. However that may happen, the universe and God and ancestors seem to humble us in the most surprising moments, the most unpredictable moments. Sometimes it feels, you could feel it coming, but others, it just really just surprises you. So I feel like this message from the universe, God, our spirit guides today is for all of us. It is for everyone, collective and cross-watcher. We all have to hold ourselves accountable because we are only responsible for ourselves, no one else. Unless we have children and they're minors, that's a whole different story. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Wow. Divine Masculine Mars. Wow, y'all. This is all connected. Also, I hope you like my new nails. Here are my thumbs. But yeah, back to the Mars card. Beautiful, divine, masculine. And it's so interesting that we got this at the last part of our collective reading. because the whole entire time we were talking about, I mean, you are the divine masculine collective listener. Viewer, you are divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. But right now, you're in your divine masculine energy. We're in the year of the fire horse. I believe it's also, is it still Aries season? I could be wrong. But yes. And everything that's behind these two cards in the front, this energy, this toxic masculine that we were talking about this whole time, I just find it so interesting that we just got the opposite kind of masculine energy at the end. Let's see what Mars has to say. Divine masculine energy. I'll take a sip of coffee one more time before I end this reading. Thank you all for making it this far. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. I'm sending you a spirit hug out there. I hope these messages find you on a good day. And if it's not a good day, I hope these messages help turn your day around. I hope you see the lighthouse on those choppy, cold waters when you need to. All right, last message. Mars is a red hot planet, the fourth from the sun. In Vedic astrology, it's considered a masculine planet, fiery in nature. It's thought to represent a raw masculine outward energy, passionate, assertive, direct, and full of get up and go. The energy of this planet is all about taking action and getting things done. But when this energy is out of balance, it can lead to stifled creativity, a lack of compassion, and connectedness to those around you. Impatience, forcefulness, conflict, and even war. Now, more than ever, it's necessary to balance the divine masculine and feminine energies on Earth. When they work together, they keep us all connected and whole. The message: do you find yourself feeling frustrated, impatient, frequently fighting with those around you, or lacking the ability to stand up for yourself if you're taken advantage of? Don't be afraid to express your emotions to others. Don't avoid conflicts, but be sure to deal with them calmly in a considered manner. Always think before you act and take ownership of your actions. Keep taking steps toward your goals and don't shy away from taking calculated risks when needed to get to where you want to go. The exercise, in case y'all are interested in doing this exercise, you don't need to, but if you feel like you want to or you need to, go for it. An animal often associated with Mars is the wolf, symbolizing the planet's courage and strength. Find a quiet place to sit and visualize yourself in a forest glade with a wild wolf approaching you. At first, it looks fierce, but as it gets nearer, you notice a gentle expression in its eyes. It licks your hand and you reach out and stroke its fur. You make friends and play together. When you say goodbye, walk away knowing that you are friends with this embodiment of divine masculine energy for life. Wow. That was whew, that was so beautiful, y'all. What a beautiful ending to this reading today. Oh my god, I'm feeling such warm, deep passion and calm from this card. I love that. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for being here and connecting with me energetically and spiritually. But yeah, until next time. Namaste Om.